A very good day to you. Welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jadel Kibra. Excited that you're here for usual political conversations that are simple, truthful, Prof putting them across in a hard-hitting way. He's here. How's your week, sir?
Wonderful.
You're doing well?
Oh, well.
Matiang'i is back in the country. Matiang'i.
So they say. So they say.
Gachagua, deputy president, said that they were cowards because they are running away, saying they are taking flights out of the country. And Gachagua himself, together with the deputy president, when they were being harassed, as he says, they stood in the country, they stood with their people. First of all, what do you make of this public gallery, this whole showcasing of what the likes of Fred Matiang'i did while they were in power?
Leaders have come to take the following they have for granted. And they have come to believe the reason why they are on top is because those down there are stupid people. You know, we give leaders space to occupy, not because we are foolish, not because we are stupid, but because we want order. And when they display such a arrogance, such a bad manners, lack of decorum, they are courting danger and disaster.
Are you saying bad manners?
Bad manners. Why do leaders have to insult each other in public and say all manner of things? And cheap bravado, village bravado.
What is the difference?
This village bravado is what is amusing me. Oh, we are not cowards. We were. How was Gachagua ever tortured in this country?
He said
we must tell Gachagua.
He said,
and he's my friend. How was William Ruto ever tortured in this country? Did he go what Matiba went through?
But he didn't say.
No, did he go? That is a narrative they are repeating.
He said harassed.
Yes, harassment. Have they been harassed the way Matiba was harassed? Charles Rubia, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, George Anyona, Alexander Muge, Raila Odinga. They should not insult Kenyans.
But when you say that, and there's also this call for...
This narrative must come to an end. Look here. Whichever way they go to State House, to power, is not important now. They are in power and they must serve the people of Kenya. This constant looking back and complaining and blaming and referring to torture, to harassment, they must stop this.
I'm asking when we hear conversations, you're saying it's bad manners, and people are saying, especially from their side, there was a lot happening behind closed doors, and theirs is just bringing openness to the people, bringing truth to the people, that this is how the previous administration was working, and we must correct these wrongs. Where do you start? Should you also do your thing behind the doors?
Look here. I've said people who are following leaders are not fools. If you say people are carrying money in sacks, all you want to do is to dispose them. And you are the deputy president of the country. And you haven't arrested one of them. You take Kenyans for fools. Rigathi Gachagua wants to tell us how people took 10 billion, 16 billion. How they was carrying money in sack from Wilson. And he's the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. And not one of those people have been arrested. What is he telling Kenyans? That our leaders are just helpless, that our president is helpless, a deputy president has no power, is helpless. People who stole our money that was meant for our children in school, for medicine, for women giving birth and dying in the process because there's no care for them. That people who stole that money, all Gachagua can do is to tell us.
Said in the next couple of days.
What? He should not tell us. That's an insult to Kenyans. Let them arrest people, put them in jail. Carrying money in sacks, the evidence should be so simple.
But he says
come on.
Flown out of the country.
Who has flown out? Quite all that can be done by Matiang'i alone. That must be. He said even there are people. He didn't say one person. He said there are people, and you have just told Matiang'i is back.
So
no, it's an insult to Kenyans. And let me tell you this. I may shout a little bit. I think I was given Sauti Kubwa. I was with Muluka on TV and he said I was shouting. I told him, no, I know you are being intimidated by my voice. Nilipewa Sauti Kubwa na Mungu. Listen, but I have to say the truth. Leaders should not take our following for granted. And neither should they assume just because they are there, we are stupid. Let me tell you one thing.
We at Nairobi Review appreciate the support you have given Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. Through your financial support, we've been able to reach millions of Kenyans and produce quality content every single day. It hasn't been easy, and therefore we appreciate you for subscribing, sharing, and watching us every single day. Whether you're a long-term fan or just discovering this YouTube channel, your financial support can make a huge difference. You can M-Pesa us via 0768 074 076 or use till number 964 4543. That is 0768 074 076 or M-Pesa till number 964 4543. We highly appreciate your support.
I once did a kibarua. After getting tired of teaching, I went to work with Kenyans as a casual. A casual. Mtu ya kubeba mzigo. Now, my boss, I was working at it used to be called Kenya Air Freight Handling Limited, a subsidiary of Kenya West, at the cargo terminal. So, the man in charge of the cargo section, the small man, the supervisor, our big, to us is our big man. The MD came to him where we were seated, told him about a certain car, a certain consignment cargo. It was a car. How should make sure. He came back the second time to tell him. When he came back the third time, this guy got worked up. He told him, just because you are up there, the MD, and I'm here, a small man, you think I don't have a brain? Because of where my station, where I'm working, that has made you conclude that I don't have a brain. Hey, everybody, how could you talk that to the MD? You know why? Because this car belonged to a rich politician, a rich civil. Then the man was, that time was still the top public servant. And there was a car meant to be a gift during the son's wedding. So the MD is coming.
Pressing.
But the point I'm trying to make is, when you are up, never for a moment imagine the reason why you are up and I'm down is because of brain power. No, not at all. It's just an opportunity you have, which I don't have. And we follow you, we respect you, because we know we can only have one president, one deputy president at a time. It has nothing to do with Gachagua has a better brain than the other millions of Kenyans. No, it's an opportunity. That's why people, whenever they get such an opportunity, they thank God and the people for giving them that singular honor. It's an honor.
Could there be a reason? And
don't then use it to interpret to mean that you are there because others are stupid.
What reason do you think Gachagua has for bringing all this to the public? And every day, every time he's having this public address, he's speaking about the previous administration.
I'm sorry. I might be tempted to think it is ability or capacity he doesn't have. Because if it is a strategy, it's a poor strategy. If you are unable to deliver, and you think the only way you can handle this idea of not delivering because you have failed to deliver on your promises. So, to close people's eyes, you distract them by bringing these other things. That is a strategy that cannot work. So, if some people think it's a strategy, to distract us.
Okay.
So, because you are blaming those people, then we cannot blame you for not delivering. If it's a strategy, it's a very cheap strategy.
But what about this one? When he was at Winners Chapel on Sunday, goes and says that we know that in the previous administration, there are people that own these milk factories and they have a monopoly on it, saying that those that own gas companies and they have a monopoly on it, they first will deal with that. This assuming is going for President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. What strategy could this be, and how important is it for him to deal with these monopolistic families?
First of all, I have said this, and in the interest of the country and people like Gachagua, I must repeat it. Revenge never takes you anywhere. Vengeance, live to the Lord. It's written in the Bible. Sio Manyora anasema, in Biblia. And the reason why nobody has ever succeeded when they walked that path of revenge. Nobody. You can never. Revenge hurts you more than the people on whom you are extending it. Just like they got sympathy to go to office, they are generating the same sympathy for Kenyatta and Raila and the rest. That's what I'm saying. Is it a question of capacity? Does it mean they are not as intelligent as we would have thought they are? Because it's a strategy that worked for them. It is now going to work for the other person. Secondly, state capture. In terms of business, I said a long time ago, you just put off the tap. You don't talk about Uhuru, you don't talk about gas. If they were using their office to enjoy immoral monopoly, you just switch off from State House. It's not something you talk about. What is state capture? It is in getting business because you are strategically linked to the state. In fact, you have the power of control over the state. But then, it again then takes two paths. Do you then deliver after you have gotten unfairly gotten a tender, for example? Do you then deliver, or again you fail to deliver? You see how this are working?
Yeah.
So, question of milk and gas, this is something the government can deal with without having to talk. If Uhuru is giving people bad prices, why can't the government just give good prices KCC? Why can't they do what Mwangi Wairia did? Mwangi Wairia played Brookside. Yeah. He said, hii maziwa yetu Mwananga mtachukua na 40 shillings. Wacheni hiyo mambo ya 20 sijui nini 40. Kama usipochukua akanunua kula. Brookside thought Mwangi Wairia was joking. He brought coolers.
It was even threatening about water.
Then he said, okay, fine. Our milk will go with 40. If you don't give us 40, we are where to store our milk and we shall sell it. There's KCC, a government outfit. Why would Gachagua talk about milk? Why not just act?
Is this a step towards the right
But
direction?
listen, you know I get annoyed about these people like Gachagua. And you know I like them, they are my friends. I like these guys. Do you know how much illegal milk powder enters this country? If you are on Busia, does Gachagua know how much milk enters this country without paying taxes and distorting the market? He should stop thinking we are fools. Please deal with the things that you must deal with, because you are a government. Just switch off. Uhuru akiangalia ile maziwa yake na kujanga ya powder, switch off ama impose tax. Hii ingine inatoka Uganda, switch off ama impose tax. You have the power.
I'm asking, is this what ought to be done when you look at this monopoly that is happening in these industries from gas? I think it's Ruto that says...
No, but he's not sincere. He's targeting Raila and Uhuru. Because if you want to look at the monopoly and cartels, it's not something you can do in Winners Chapel or in Samarali. It is a very strategic move by government. And I did say before, you must be careful not to hurt the economy. You can distort the economy, because you see, this is a capitalistic economy. There are certain essentials and the basics of capitalism. You get it?
Yeah.
If you touch them wrongly, everything will crumble and it will fall down when you are watching. I have heard they have touched oil. Richard said we are going to talk about it.
Yeah.
You see, if government wants to deal with the monopolies, they will have to sit down and critically evaluate what is happening sector by sector. And you are going to kill monopolies not as a political revenge, but as a benefit to the people of Kenya. As a benefit to
the people
of Kenya. Is that what he has in mind?
Tell me though, he has said he's going to reveal...
Revealing, I don't want to hear. You have power, you are revealing
what
to...
What should be done in the next couple of months or couple of weeks so that we see progress in this country without all this, dirty linen in public?
I've started the move. I've started the move to tell Kenyans, this is your country. If you rely on these fellows, the baby will die under your watch. Mtoto atakufa tu mkishika hivi. Because these are quack doctors. Huyu ana inject mtoto pande hii, huyu mwingine anatoka anakuambia ana inject mtoto pande kidogo, mtoto amekufa. These politicians are quack doctors.
How would you advise Gachagua? And then
they should just govern. But they are squandering the opportunity. They are squandering it. For Ruto and Gachagua, the job was so simple.
You said the exams were leaked.
The exams are leaked. If they can't pass a leaked exam, can they ever pass another exam? And there are many exams ahead. But the leaked one will ensure that they continue governing until 2027, which is deal with the economy, deal with the politics.
Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in to a political conversation. Until we do talk again, have yourself a lovely rest of your day.